So after multiple delays, your film is finally getting ready for its release. How does that feel?
Yeah, I definitely feels so good. It's almost like we gave the exams of our undergraduate program and we were not getting the certificate. And ultimately we got the certificate. So it's something like that. Yeah, it's we are really overwhelmed. And hopefully this month everything should get open, especially with theaters. And people will, since people have taken vaccine, I think they are more confident about it and they want to go to theaters, I think.
So you have often spoken so fondly of Mr. Bachchan and your equation with him. Tell us, what was it like working with him and his reaction to this role and this film?
Yeah, Mr. Bachchan, Mr. Bachchan is very, very professional and he's very choosy about the script also. And this particular script, he wanted to do this film. And so from my side, it was little less effort to convince him because he wanted to do this film. And also he had chosen even the director, Mr. Rumi Jaffrey. So even that effort also I had to do. I never had to do any effort on that. So he was very excited about this film, and particularly, this kind of subject we have never experienced, and looks like more like a foreign or British film. So when you will see that, and I'm sure you might have gauged it from our trailer also, that this is completely a different kind of film.
So what is it about Mr. Bachchan that some interesting aspect that we don't usually get to see or hear about, but came through with this film, with this project with him?
Mr. Bachchan has done many roles in past for lawyer, but here I would say, I would take liberty to say that he is like again angry young man and retired prosecutor, and I think he has done fantastic job, and you all will love it.
Is there any particular reason as such that you waited out the whole pandemic to release Chehre on the big screen, but your other production, Big Bull, was released on OTT? Is there any particular reason for this?
There is no particular reason, but as far as Chehre is concerned, from very beginning, we wanted this experience to be on silver screen. So, keeping that in mind, we had casted our star cast. We provisioned for the budget also. We shot also accordingly. We had a lavish set in Bombay. Then we had outdoor in Delhi and Gurgaon. Then first time any Hindi movie went to Slovakia in sub-zero. That was almost minus 17 degree. We had shot. So with a lot of passion, we have shot this film. And since, as I said earlier, this is a completely different kind of film. So I want people to experience Mr. Bachchan and Emraan, Hashmi and Anand Kapoor and other star cast on the silver screen, big screen. So I was very clear that I want to bring this film only on big screen. Whereas Big Bull is a joint production with Ajay Devgan, and that was more a content-driven film. So Ajay decided that why not we experience this with OTT, and our experience was honestly very good with OTT.
But Big Bull also opened to great response on OTT, as did several other Hollywood movies that came out through the course of this pandemic. But what is it about a theatrical release that will, that OTT can never match up to?
See, theatrical release and OTT release, these are, I personally feel these are two separate businesses now. People would go to theater to experience the film. it's a different experience rather than watching that on your phone or iPad or on television at your leisure time in home. So it's OTT is more edgy content, different content, But when you want to experience the grandness of the film, I think one has to go to theater. So this will be completely a different experience. So as you say, Big Bull was more like a edgy content. So we decided that we'll try this out on OTT. And fortunately, we got excellent response. And almost for 6 weeks, we were almost number one.
Last year, the film sort of got mired into controversy. So how did you, as a producer, battle this, especially when the controversy has your cast in it, involves a member of your cast?
I don't see any controversy as far as my film is concerned. All my cast signed the agreement. They did fantastic job, and everybody is paid. So I don't see any controversy. So what controversy you are saying, I don't know. They might be having in their personal life, but as far as Chehre is concerned, there is no controversy.
Yeah. So was there also any particular reason, or that the team Chehre didn't come out in support of Rhea during that whole time? Like RGV, Ram Gopal Verma and Kubra Seth and several other Bollywood personalities came out in the heat of this debate and, asked people to wait until a proper judgment came out or a proper police thing came out. But was there any pressure on Team Chehre to react or say something during, in the heat of this whole controversy that spiraled?
See, I'm very clear about it that whatever happens in their personal life, whether it is Rhea or anybody else, that's their job to handle it. And I don't think we have any local stand to react on that. We are here in the business of making film. So we restrict our gambit only up to that. And I think that is the wise thing. We are not the activists. People who feel like they want to react on it, they are free to react on that. So we had conviction in Rhea today also, and she has done fantastic job in this film. You guys would really love, seeing her again back on silver screen.
So as a producer, do you think double standards persist in this industry? Like a male star may be charged with anything, but he will still get a big release. But the same cannot be said for a female star. Even as far as their paycheck is concerned, like recently Kareena's fees for Sita role was questioned, but a male star can put any fee and it's accepted. What are your thoughts on this?
I think this is a demand and supply. We are in a business here. So creativity goes along with the commerce. So depend on commerce. I mean, I know some of the lady stars, they are getting more than 10 to 15 crore rupees. And there are very few male stars who are getting that. So it's up to demand and supply, what people want to see and how much a producer can adjust it. So I don't see any controversy in that. Tomorrow, if some lady star becomes really sellable in people's eye, she might charge 50 crore, 100 crore, more than any male gender. And I welcome that.
So speaking of this business of Bollywood, like over the years, you have backed many multi-starrers, and this being one of it, Chehre being one of it. Talking about the business aspect, do you think it's easier backing films with stars and star kids over new talent? Like we've heard a lot about nepotism and all, but then what is the business point of view? And speaking of which, even the audience tends to warm up faster to a star kid rather than a newcomer. So what are your thoughts on all of this?
I have no comments on nepotism, honestly. But it's a very competitive field. There are so many producers or big stars whose kids are not doing very well, and people don't like them on the screen. So it's both the way. But yes, what you are saying, it's at times it becomes easier, you know, not only in our field, that is film, but in politics also you can see, you know. Also you can see in industry also, if some industrialist is there, his son will take his seat. So that's not nepotism. I don't think that's nepotism. If as a producer I think that this is a sellable face or more recognizable face and can do a good job, yeah, we'll select that. So I don't see any point in that.
So, and you as a producer, you've produced and backed several thrillers and dramas. Would you ever consider producing an erotica?
I think our audience and our social system is not mature for that. So I would 100% keep away.
With the whole Raj Kundra case and this whole battle between erotica and pornography, do you think Bollywood is equipped to protect its female stars as well as male stars in the business, as far as guidelines on set, intimacy clauses, and all these legal aspects are concerned, like so that later somebody doesn't turn around and press charges? Do you think the industry is equipped?
See, in US also, industry is so regulated, so there are so many laws, strict your law enforcement. Still, this happens. So I don't see that is the way. I mean, we all are mature people. We have to understand what is our limitation, and keeping that limitation in mind, you go for it or you don't go for it.
We are seeing so much of great content coming from South film industries. Would you, as a producer and distributor, actively back some of these films? Are you looking at something in the South? And if so, which stars are you most keen to work with?
Honestly, I have not thought about any South remake. I am in advanced talk for some Korean remakes, which I love. So South, I have not, honestly.
Okay, and so talking about Korean, there's this whole Korean wave, like from K-pop to K-dramas. What do you think of this whole thing that Bollywood is going through this whole remake of Korean? Why Korean, like, suddenly?
There has to be a reason. I mean, so Korean is quite near to what our psyche is. It's more cleaner. It has got those family values. It has got those emotion. So everything is there. So it's like a package of Indian film only. So that is how I see. And they have got a better technology. So and they have got better writing. The dialogues are good. Screenplays are good. So I personally like it.
That's nice. And so, any other message from your film or something that you feel that didn't get its dues, that that got maybe sidetracked in this whole thing?
I don't have anything special about it, but as far as Chehre is concerned, I'm sure and I'm very hopeful people will come to theater and see our efforts, and make it a success.
All right, so thank you so much for your time, and all the very best, and look forward to your film.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.